Today, we're going to learn about 8 mental tricks to learn anything quickly. Now, let's get started. First, sleep sandwich. Imagine you have an important presentation and only one day to prepare. How do you learn a lot of information in the least amount of time? Most people try to cram. They study their notes or review their lines for hours, and they'll pull an all-nighter if they have to. But despite all their hard work, they end up forgetting about 50% of the things they want to remember. Most of the content they've crammed into their heads never sees the light of day. Why? Because it doesn't find a place in their long-term memory. You can expose your brain to countless new stimuli, but it only retains a small percentage because you need time to store information in your memory. That's the problem with late-night study sessions. You don't give your brain the opportunity to encode all the things you need to remember. That's why scientists recommend the sleep sandwich instead of a long study session. You should study, sleep, then study some more. The sleep sandwich is an excellent way to learn faster because sleep helps you retain more information. In fact, storing memories is one of the most important functions of a good night's sleep. While your consciousness goes to bed, your subconscious is busy storing all kinds of things in your long-term memory. But when you pull an all-nighter, you prevent your brain from actually learning and retaining those memories. Not to mention, you end up feeling foggy, slow, and unproductive. So don't bother studying until 4 a.m. If you need to cram in some last-minute studying for a few hours, get a good night's sleep and then pick up where you left off in the morning. Number 2, mastery through modification. Have you ever heard of the illusion of mastery? It's a common pitfall you may encounter when learning something new. If you study for a few hours, you'll get the hang of a few basic tricks, and suddenly you think you're an expert. Learning to draw is a great example. Many people consider themselves competent artists after one good drawing. They see the quality of their first drawing and assume they know everything they need to know. It seems simple and easy, but just because something seems simple doesn't mean you've mastered it. So how do you prevent yourself from falling into this trap? One great way to truly learn any subject is by using modifications. Okay, let's say you've gotten really good at drawing faces from the front. It's starting to feel a bit old, and you feel like you're not learning anything. So it's time to test yourself. Just make a small modification to your original routine. Draw a face from a slightly different angle. Yes, challenge yourself to go faster or use a different drawing tool. Each of these minor changes plays a crucial role. They keep your practice from becoming boring or repetitive. They help you work on your weaknesses, and most importantly, they keep you humble throughout the learning process. 3. Interweaving subjects. In 2008, a group of researchers discovered something counterintuitive about learning. You'll learn something faster by studying something else. In this study, researchers asked people to identify specific artists based on 6 of their paintings. Half the participants saw each artist's paintings in blocks, while the other half saw their paintings all jumbled together. Who do you think retained more information? The jumbled group did significantly better. Why is that? Well, because interweaving different patterns and subjects helps reinforce new information in your memory. Number 4, chewing gum. Some people chew gum to freshen their breath. Others enjoy the fruity or minty taste. But did you know that chewing gum can help your brain learn faster? A series of studies found that chewing gum has all kinds of cognitive benefits. For starters, people who chew gum tend to be more alert and experience less stress. This was first discovered by a 2011 study that required people to perform a number of tests in a distracting environment. Under normal circumstances, the chaotic test room would throw people off. It was designed to create anxiety and drastically reduce their productivity. But even in that distracting environment, people who chewed gum stayed more focused and produced fewer stress-related hormones. In other words, chewing gum helped them stay calm and focused. But that's not all. A 2009 study found that the act of chewing makes you more alert and extends your attention span. In 2015, another group showed that chewing gum helps you stay happy and motivated while you work. 2 other studies from the early 2000s found that different flavors of gum make your brain more receptive and flexible. Clearly, there are dozens of studies showing the many benefits of this incredibly simple habit. It helps you learn faster, perform better, and stay focused longer. So next time you sit down to work, don't forget to grab a stick of gum. Number 5, intellectual hydration. Did you know that something as simple as a glass of water can boost your mental abilities? A 2012 study found that drinking water during a test can have a significant impact on your scores. In fact, college students who drank water during their exams performed up to 10% better. That's a whole letter grade higher, all because of a few sips of water. Now, of course, hydration doesn't just affect your test taking skills. It helps you digest information, store new memories, and solve more complex problems. Why is that? Well, because water keeps your brain working the way it's supposed to. But here's the best part: there's really no wrong time or place to stay hydrated. Let's say you're sitting on your couch to enjoy a book. It only takes a few extra minutes to make yourself a cup of tea, but that one cup does so much more than just keeping your body hydrated. According to a 2014 study, it speeds up your short-term memory, strengthens your long-term memory, and leaves you feeling excited to learn something new. So when you're studying, reading, or even listening to a podcast, grab something to drink. Trust me, your brain will thank you for it. Number 6, multimedia. Do you study the same way every time? Do you use flashcards or study guides for every test you've ever taken? If so, you might need to mix things up. Try using multimedia while you study. You can use flashcards, draw diagrams, and say the information out loud. By mixing these methods together, you activate new parts of your brain, store more detailed sensory information, and start to understand concepts from different perspectives. So don't rely on the same old tricks every time. Experiment with multimedia to learn more information faster. Number 7, speed reading. The average person reads about 200 words per minute. That's about 2 minutes per page. Yes, I know that sounds fast, but it's not as impressive as it seems. In fact, it's the same speed people used to read 100 years ago. But here's the problem: the total amount of information in the world doubles every year. So how do you keep up? The simplest answer is also the best. If you can absorb information faster, you can learn faster. Within a few weeks, you can teach yourself to read between 700 and 1,000 words per minute. You won't be able to read everything the world has to offer, but you'll certainly enjoy a large chunk of it. Number 8, musical stress relief. Many people can't study without music in the background. Some swear it makes them more productive. Others need music to focus. This raises the question: does music really help you learn faster? Well, countless studies have shown that music makes your brain more receptive to new things. It also enhances your memory by engaging different areas of the brain. But the biggest benefit of listening to music is often invisible. Music is a key stress reliever. It drastically reduces test anxiety and increases your overall sense of relaxation, so you can perform at your best. In other words, music boosts your mood, speeds up your cognition, and helps you think clearly. That means you can be more confident and productive no matter what you're working on. Thank you for watching. The most important thing is to make sure to subscribe because there's more great content on the way.